Welcome to the Matt Wilkie podcast. So, where's Matt been? I have to apologise, I'm on podcast mode again. My computer just blue screened me. It's been about 37 degrees even in the evenings here in Spain. So, my computer's struggling because it's on 24/7 because I've been so busy with spreadsheets as well out of the UK. The Expat Services website is coming together, although it's a bit slow because I've got little time to actually develop it. But today I'm hoping I've just managed to get somebody on board that will not only do the website for me, but will also form part of the team to actually do the SEO and website stuff. At the moment, we've got a few strings to our bows because we've got an accountant, we've got a lawyer, we've got myself that deals with facilities management and property services. We've got a construction guy, and once we've got the SEO and website guy on, we've got a fair bit going for us. And I'm looking to expand that out over time, whether they're external contractors to the group, i.e. they're approved contractors based on reputation, etc., or we turn around and add more people into the group as part of the Expat Services. We'll wait and see. It's getting there. But on top of that, my daughter and father are currently here. I paid for them to come over on holiday for 2 weeks. So I've got family over, which is keeping me busy on top of my weekly work, which has just won another contract as part of what I'm doing. So I'm busy till December. Now, why am I bringing all this networking bit up? The answer is you're in part of a niche. And one of the things this niche normally doesn't function well as is a group. Myself, I'm very, very good at property services and property management. And when I say property, I'm not just talking about a one-bedroom flat or something, but an airport, entire portfolio. I manage 14,500 on social housing, 14,500 properties. Commercially, I've managed, about 400 branches of a bank for their properties. I've managed the data centres and quite large national contracts. Now, where am I going with this? Well, there is a new friend of mine. I say new friend, is we've never actually met yet. John out in the Philippines picked up a load of work via me this week, the last couple of weeks, and the whole point is this is where the network comes in, because the works come via my network to give him a good salary out in the Philippines. Let's just say he's getting a contractor rate in the Philippines that the same guys in the UK are getting paid, so he's banking a fair bit of money every week. In the same way, I've got somebody else, Mark, has just gone out to Cebu. He's stopping in one of my apartments. He's also developing stuff there to do with the English school. So there's a lot of stuff going on at the moment. I know when the YouTube stuff goes quiet, people assume the opposite. They assume nothing's happening. Well, when I'm busy on the YouTube channel, it's the opposite, because what happens is I've got spare time. Right now, I am busy with spreadsheets for 40 hours of the week. I'm trying to build websites. I'm trying to get the English stuff finished, because we've got 5 assignments left to finish my English course. We're building our own English course. We're building our own call centre and language school. So I've got that on top of everything else that's going on in Spain. I'm also networking heavily in Spain. And this is how to get ahead, is you need to invest a lot of extra time in meeting people in new countries. If you relocate, you need to spend time networking, speaking to local people, learning the local language, trying to embed yourself in what is around you. Now, from a YouTube point of view, this is one of the reasons, the main reason I put this podcast together, is that everybody needs to sit and think they're in a niche, because you are. You're part of the expats. Doesn't matter if you're in the Philippines, doesn't matter if you're in Venezuela, Spain, Germany, wherever. If anybody does you a good business service and you do vlogging or whatever, help them out, promote their business. I'm asking you to promote my business. The answer is no, because none of you have used my services yet. But what I'm saying is, if, for example, Paul Whiteway out at Cebu does Cebu Expat Services, if you've had good services with him, then promote him, help other people out. Because you've got two sides to this. Firstly, it helps Paul's business, but also it helps other expats out because they've got somebody they can rely on for getting their visa renewals and all that sort of stuff. So it's a two-prong attack in some sense for marketing. Also, when you're meeting up with people that are good for taxi rides or whatever, promote it. Turn around and say, well, Ken's Taxi in Cebu. You can call them up or get your partner to call them up. They'll have a taxi waiting for you, blah, blah, blah. And you know what you're getting into. You're not going to get people trying to hike the price because everything's already been agreed in advance. These sort of things make life easier as an expat, and it also means people have a better holiday. It means people know there's other people looking out for them, but ultimately it benefits the whole expat group. I know there's some people out there, and I'm not even going to mention certain individuals' names, that just want to drag everything down. All I can say with that is blank them. Unless they've actually had an experience, like maybe in a hotel with a gay lover and they stole 200 pesos or something as they left the door and then you got them arrested by the police, then maybe something like that. Would they be right in complaining that the guy took the money when they thought there was a love thing going on there? That sort of thing, you have to sit there and go, okay, maybe it's personal. But they can complain, but the whole point is, even with that, you turn around and go, forget it. I'm not, I don't want involved in this. But if they turn around and said, okay, I went to a hotel in Manila to see the band Creed, I will actually say that I actually enjoyed the concert. I met the band behind stage, etc. We got VIP tickets. But when we went back to the hotel, there was actually a mouse in the room because the windows had been left open. They have mice in the hotel. The hotel moved us to another room, but what would my complaint be? Would it be the hotel was completely crap, blah, blah, blah? No, my only complaint would be, don't get the rooms next to where we were staying. That would be a bit of a TripAdvisor type thing, where you're actually saying don't take room 12, because room 12 is next to where the cables are for the power, and as such the rats run across it, the mice run across it, etc, etc. But generally the hotel are doing the best with what they've got. I mean, they've got mouse traps and stuff around, but the problem is it's Manila. Okay, thanks for listening.